Thursday morning, we're down at TCC plant. They've got more amazing machines. 50-ton Hitachi. It's just getting its windows tinted. So it's got the work lights on the top there, has a work light on the boom. This thing's just immense. So we need work lights coming off the back here, some on the side as well, because it's got none on the boxing ring. So we've got some amazing lights to go on this. We've got the sentries from Borman, we've got the Guardians, these are for the sides. We're going to put the sentries on the back with an armband DRL. We've got a light bar, that is for the big dozer, and we've got the VSWD beacon as well here, which is just a clear one with the nicest looking one. If you want any of these lights, go to beaconsandlightbars.co.uk, use DEC-SPEC 5 for 5% off. Get yourself some Borman lights, Guardians, beacons. They also do the slimline lap ones, which are amazing. All the marker lights down the side of my combo. The marker lights here as well, which are a beacon and a halo side light. And then obviously that there is the Bormans in action, but they're on red, not on amber. Obviously facing back on my van. So we'll get this up on the top, one roof beacon and one maybe on the back. I thought I'd light the Borman up because I haven't got a light bar on one of the vans yet, and that's how they look on amber. That's it on clear there. They do come with a 4-pin Deutsch connector as well, which is just the best. You're not going to beat this sort of quality. So we're on top of the Hitachi. We've got the normal lock beacon here. We're going to pull off this wiring and we're going to fit a beacon here, which is a VSWD magnetic. With these having a solid metal roof as well, they go on perfect. So the VSWD beacon here, we need to cut off the switch, because this is if you want to put it in the cigarette lighter socket, which we're not going to use. What I always do with the beacon wiring, I take it out with here, make a little loop so water can drip off. I conduit this bit, cable tie here, conduit, and that keeps all the wire protected. That there is the beacon wiring done. So that's the beacon on the roof there. I'll show you how I've mounted the wiring. So obviously the wiring's like you've seen before, comes out of here, we'll put it into some cable management. These are just clips, you push them, releases, push it back on, that holds it. There's also one at the bottom of there if you can't see it. Then the wiring comes out the back here. We'll have to tap this into this beacon. You can see here the wiring comes through into this box, so I'm just going to use a small trim tool, put that in there and prise the box open, and you can get the wire in there. I can hide my wiring tucked in there, it'll then be waterproof and we'll get no failure. So the wiring's exposed there. We've got the live and the negative, hopefully. Sometimes the wiring's different. If you use these grippers here, what we're going to do is just split the wiring open like that, and all it does is pull back the armour, and then we'll do one down here. Obviously it's important that we don't just do both together, we'll have to have them staggered so they kind of join together, or if the tape ever wears off what I put on, you don't want it to ever short circuit through there and knock the beacon off. So we're going to use these Nipex strippers here, put it around the armour of the wire, twist it, take it off, grip it there and pull it back, and that's a 3-core wire exposed. Because with these beacons what you have is a negative, a live and a switch for the pattern change, and that's it. Then you can just strip off the wiring with these other strippers. You can use them once, I just find that easier, and if I've got both to hand it's a lot easier. So all you do is open that up and you have your wire in there, so you can do the same thing, put it in, twist it and pull the sheath off, and you end up with a wire like that. I do just find that one easier. So before I join any wires, we've got the multimeter out. We're going to click it along. That's 600 millivolts, that's 6 volts, and that's 60 volts. We're testing from a range from 0 to, this will be 24 volts, so we need to be in between the 6 and the 60. 6 is too low to read with it being a 24 volt. The 60 is high enough so we'll get a range. So if I hold my multimeter leads, one on negative, one on live, it is reading a DC current at 25 volts and the voltage is at the top. And I know the polarity is right because I've got red on the volts and it's giving up a clean signal like that. So if I change these wires around, you can't see because I'm trying to hold, I should have my crocodile clips out really, but I've got the red on the negative, and now if you look at my multimeter, it's showing a minus before the voltage. That means the polarity is the wrong way around, so I know red is live and black is negative. So we just need to tap into there. So you can see with the 3-core wiring here, I've wrapped that round on the live wire, one to the negative wire, and we're going to solder those in. So we've got my soldering iron out here. What we're going to do, we're going to hold it on the back of the wire. We're going to feed in a little bit of solder straight to the iron, let it melt. Once it takes to the wire, you can leave go of it, then you can start just feeding it into the wire. Let it soak and you'll see it dissolve into the wire like that. That means you've got a nice clean connection, and the solder's all the way through. You don't want a big lump on there. If you put a bit too much on, just flick it off. That'll be fine for us. Do the same again with the negative wire here. Might be a better point on this one. So into the iron with the solder. It will take to the wire like you can see there. Then just add it to your wire until you can see it's gone all the way through. And that's that, like that. So now all we've got left is the switch pattern onto the negative wire. Just press it on for a second and it will change the pattern. So with the pattern select wire, I've just chopped it, put it down there and taped it in where I've taped in the negative wire. Then what I do with the wiring is I just put it together like that and then tape it in again. What I'll do though, I'll try and put the tape through there. So then we've got the live wire covered and we can just tie it in with the negative wire. It's not going to rub through, there's nothing moving here, and the tape I use is very strong. You can see you can pull that and tie it together and it's solid. We'll just get a bit more cut off here. Like you take a strand off, cut it. Then I can hold the wires together, put that around it. And again, pull the tape nice and tight and make all the wiring as neat as possible. With this tape, it's so stretchy and sticky that it does kind of waterproof things, stop stuff getting in, but that's that. Once it's all tidy and tucked in, you're not going to see none of it. So that's the wiring there, it comes out with its original hole. Some of the single cable management clips I've swapped for my 3-way ones, so hold it there, left on the originals, bit of tape there. That's my wiring going up there, and that's the normal wiring. All the wiring's hidden in here, so we're going to get no water ingress and no issues in the future. Bit of a change of plan. We are going to put the Nightster light on, and this one is going to go on the front bar. There is 4 lights there already, but we're going to add that to the middle bar so it has a daytime running light facing forward in white. I'm excited to fit this Borman light. It does come with 2 sets of brackets, so we'll find out which one's best for us to use. So they have side mounting brackets which go to the side of some Allen key bolts, or they have this style, which then you have this shape nut which goes to the back and slides into the light bar. I'll show you how it goes, I'll put it together now. So to the rear of the light there's a cutout slot for your bolt to drop through, slide it along, and with the next one as well. Then what you need to do is get these, you can see how they're cut, they've been machined properly so they fit in there, they can't move like side to side. The next one as well. Then you have your mounting bracket which sits on and you can rotate it to any position. If you look at that there, that's the light bar face, like that would be it sitting flat, that's the light bar facing up. Then if you have them sitting flat, the light bar will be pointing downwards and forwards, so you can have it any way you like for your high beam. So we'll just see what looks best on the front of this and we'll get it mounted. The kit comes with rubber mounts as well. That's so when you put these brackets on, you put these down first, it doesn't scratch the chassis or anything you're working on. They come with dome head Allen key bolts, the normal Allen key bolts, they're all stainless steel as well. all stainless steel bolts, so nothing's going to rust. The light's fully coated as well, so that's not going to rust either. So on top of the digger, I've got the holes drilled, got the brackets ready. See the rubber sits flush there. They're actually cut in the right shape. That's the brackets fully mounted there, right in place to where I wanted them. So we've got the light bar mounted there. We've got it mounted on the back instead of side mounts. I think this looks much cleaner. Put some conduit over the wires, and the conduit comes up to the Dodge connector here, and I've just taped around it. This will then go under here, whoop, come through here, then we'll feed it through the roof so it can get its power for the Dodge connector. But obviously the reason I've conduit it, even though it doesn't need done, because if it was on any other truck it'd be fine. Just this with being a demolition thing, there's going to be rocks and stuff flying. So that's my wiring there, and that there is factory wiring. It's definitely not DEC-SPEC. That's the wiring sorted, and then it comes through to the Dodge connector here. So we're on the back of the Hitachi now. Gonna have one light mounted here, one here, and one here. And what we're using is these Bowman Sentry lights. They've got the running light in the middle and the work light on the outside. You can either have it amber or red. This is one out of the box. They're absolutely stunning. Big heatsink on the back. They've got a ventilator valve on as well, so they're gonna last forever. 12 and 24 volt, 25 watt light as a full unit. To work out the wattage is the voltage times the amperage. Anyways, we need to get one fitted here and the other two, like I said. So we're measuring up the bar from side to side. 394 is the middle, so I've marked it. So I've marked it up, and then you drill it out at 10mm to fit a riv nut. The reason I tape it as well is to stop this splitting, and when I mark at the permanent marker it doesn't stick to it. So that's the hole drill there. The riv nut goes in, it's nice and tight. Just need to squash that up with a riv nut tool. Clark machine mat. So I just need to get the riv nut. Whoop. It's hard one-handed. Screw it on, put it into the hole, and then cramp this up. So that's my riv nut in. Now we're bolting, screwing, no problem at all. So that's one bracket mounted there. That's one fitted there. Obviously the wiring's not done, but it's looking good. Clean fit. What we're fitting now is the Guardian lights. These have a Dodge connector on them as well. These will be mounted where I put these riv nuts. That's the Guardian light fit. So that's another Guardian there. The other one down that side. We have the three Bowmans along the rear. Obviously, so we'll have the side lights on, and we've got three along this side, which I'll show when we get around that corner. One. Make sure it's in fully. Crimp that down. Make sure it's nice and tight. It's not coming off. That's spot on that. We'll do a few more and see where.